What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today we're doing a video all based on dropsy and how to treat your fish. So stay tuned to find out more. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. Remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can keep up to date with our future uploads. As many of you know, we've just started our tank tours series where we go around different hobbyists all across the UK and we look at their tanks, their ponds, their fish and their setups, and we do some in-depth questions and answers to help you guys at home, maybe give you some ideas of how you could set up your tanks in the future, or maybe some little changes you could make to your systems. And overall it's just a really nice series just to see different hobbyist tanks at their home. So today's video we are doing a tutorial all on dropsy, because unfortunately one of my fish is showing some slight symptoms of dropsy, and I really want to nip it in the bud and get it nailed out as soon as possible. I'm not 100% sure if it's dropsy. I've got a few raised scales in a localized area and the scales are looking more like bubbles, as if they're filled with fluid. The area isn't too inflamed or red, however I need to nail this on the head straight away and I don't want to take any chances, and I'd rather show you guys what I do for this and show you and be 100% honest with how the fish are doing and how I'm keeping the fish. Unfortunately, I haven't got a really big quarantine tank, so we're actually going to be using that small glass tank that we used for the Ranchu video where we did the colours and like the grading of the Ranchu. So I'm going to be using that tank. It is unfortunately a bit small, as I say, but it's better than nothing, so we're going to use that. So once I've got the tank set up, I'm going to add this small 75 watt heater. The fish are currently about 20 degrees in here, and over the week I'm going to slowly bump that temperature up on the quarantine tank to around 26 degrees. I want to make sure the fish's immune system is running in an optimal condition and the filter bacteria are also at a good level. I'm going to be adding 2 sponge filters in each corner that have already been cycled for a few months that were supposed to be used for the fry, and hopefully we will keep those cycled so we can still use them for the fry. But right now we need to use that tank for this guy in here and make sure we can hopefully get him back to full health. I'm really hoping that we're going to get him recovered, but dropsy is a very difficult disease to cure, so it's going to be a bit 50-50, but we've caught it early, so hopefully we can get him back to full health. For treatments, I'm going to use acroflavin, which is an antibacterial treatment, and it's not too harsh on the fish and the filters. Although it will affect your filter bacteria, it is not as harsh as some other treatments like chloramine T and methylene blue, which are much more harsh on your filter bacteria and your fish. I'm also going to be coupling this with salt. Hopefully you saw my previous video that I did all on salt, and I'm going to be doing around 6 parts per thousand, maybe up to 8 parts per thousand, which is 6 to 8 grams per litre, just so there's not too much pressure on the osmoregulatory system for the fish, and it takes a bit of that pressure off the liver and the kidneys. So we're going to be doing that coupled with the temperature, with the 2 air filters or the sponge filters, with lots of air going into the tank. Hopefully we can get him back to full health. Luckily he's eating readily, he doesn't seem too affected, so I've given him quite a good feed before we put him into the tank. Although in the next 24 hours he might produce quite a lot of ammonia, at least he's got a lot of food in his system to give him energy to fight this problem. So for the quarantine tank also, I'm going to be doing water changes maybe every day or every other day, just so we can keep that water quality in tip-top condition, because we need that water quality in optimal levels. I'm going to be checking the ammonia and the nitrite every day or every other day to make sure there is no spikes or any mini cycle going on. So yeah, I'm going to take you to the tank now. I'm going to get it all set up and give you a little overview of it. Then we're going to move the fish over to the tank, and then we'll just wrap up the video. Also, the video after this one should hopefully be episode 3 of Tank Tours, where we're going to visit another hobbyist based in Surrey. And then the videos that will be after that will hopefully be moving the rest of the fish into the outdoor pond. I just want to give them about a week, maybe 2 weeks on their own, to make sure none of the other fish will be affected. As it is a bacterial problem, it's possible that the other fish will be affected, but it's likely that they won't, as they're all nice and healthy. So you'll see that in the videos coming up. So if you want to see those videos, make sure you subscribe. Let's get the tank set up, and then we can get the fish added. So as you can see, I've just got the tank set up now. I've got both sponge filters in there, and I've also got the heater that's on as well. I did about 80% tap water that was treated with about 20% tank water. So he's got a little bit of water that he's used to, so it's not a crazy big change. It's around, yeah, just about an 80% water change. So to dechlorinate, I just used this Kasuri Recovery. I just got given this, so I'm just giving it a little trial. It's got added aloe vera, which is supposed to help the slime coat. I don't normally believe in these sort of products, but it also detoxifies chlorine, chloramine and heavy metals. So I'm just giving it a little try, and I'm sure it will help just a little bit. So I've put 1 milliliters of this in, and then I'm going to be, as I said, I'm going to be treating with the acroflavin. So I'm going to do just over 1 mil of this. I've got my little syringes here so I can be really accurate with the measurements. So I'm going to get the fish in. I'm going to get it settled. Then we're going to add 1 mil of the acroflavin. And then also I've got my 220 grams of salt, which is the dose rate for around 38 litres, which is the size of this tank. Yes, this tank is very small, and I would not recommend usually doing it in a tank this small. However, I'm going to be doing water changes every day, every other day, which will be about 50%, and I'll be topping up on any salt or any treatment, etc., because I really need the water quality to be perfect. As you can see, I haven't got the sponge filters running currently, just because I wanted the air pump off so it's nice and quiet for the video. But yeah, we've got the salt here as well. The heater's currently on, and I've got my temperature probe, so I can just check what temperature the water is. Hopefully you can see that as 18 degrees. So I'm going to get it up to 20, 21 degrees, so the temperatures match the main tank exactly. Then we're going to get him in here, and then, yeah, as I said, we're going to add the treatment. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. So as you can see, the sponge filters are now on. Sorry if there's a little bit of background noise from the air pump. I've added a little bit of the salt, so it can start to dissolve, and now we're going to add the acroflavin. So I'm just going to do just over 1 mil of this, and then we'll add the fish, and then we'll slowly add the rest of that salt over the next sort of 4 to 6 hours. So hopefully, yeah, so just over 1 mil. Oh, there's some bubbles in that, better do that again. Without spilling it all. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to plop that down there. So then we'll add 1 mil of that. So the acroflavin's added to the tank, and we've added a bit of salt. So now we're going to get the Ranchu goldfish in, and then we can slowly add a bit more of the salt, and then I can finish up the video. So here I've got the Ranchu, so we're just going to add him straight to the tank because the water is the same temperature, and it's got a little bit of the water from the tank in it as well. So it shouldn't be too much of a shock to him. I know this tank is quite small, but as I say, we're going to be keeping on top of the water quality. Hopefully you can see just at the back end of the fish, the scales have bubbled up a little bit, and it looks like the start of dropsy. So hopefully this treatment is going to help. He's not too happy. You can see a little bit of redness there, so I'm hoping this treatment will help. And yeah, we'll add a little bit more salt, and then we'll add the rest of the salt over the next sort of 4 hours to get that up to the 6 parts per thousand. So that's it for this video. I'll keep you all updated on this fish and how he's doing. I'm hoping that he's going to make it and he's going to be alright. We're also going to slowly up the temperature to around 26 over around 5-day period, just so it's not too much of a shock for him. And then we're going to put a lid on the tank, and there'll be no light because we want to keep it nice and dark so he's not too stressed out. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next video where we're going to be visiting another hobbyist private aquarium setup, and this is going to be the biggest one that we've seen, with a huge indoor tank and a little fish shed as well. So hope to see you in the next video. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.